Did you know that the one thing that human beings have normalized is having shame for self? To the point that we're so fearful to speak up for ourselves, to be vulnerable, to take accountability, to put pride aside. And when we do this, we end up awakening to the fact that we end up fearing who we are, to the point we end up fearing our power. And when we ask whatever it is when we're in our lowest moments, how can I have power in a situation or within my emotions or within myself? And when we ask to have and receive that power for ourselves, we end up fearing it even more. And this is why a lot of us are not able to achieve fulfillment. So in today's episode, beautiful beings, I want to share with you how to stop fearing your power and to be finally able to achieve the fulfillment that you have been seeking. And I'm not talking about fulfillment in just success or in materialistic possessions or in stability or in recognition or reputation. I'm talking about fulfillment and realizing how whole and complete you feel within yourself, to the point that your outer reality can no longer dismantle your spirit. Gooch, beautiful beings. Welcome back, AwakenOnes, on another episode on Embracing Essential Series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, so glad to have you here. If you've been on this journey with me so far, gang, only love, you know who you is. On this channel, I am an energetic activator, here to assist you to awaken things you have yet to see for your emotional awareness to go upon your spiritual evolution. Because we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human temporary experience. But other than that, you guys, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification button. It really does help the algorithm of YouTube get this video out to people who want to learn how to stop fearing their power, and we're going to get into that. Before I do, if you want to know anything about the services that I render or more about me, please go down in the description box below, where you'll find my Instagram and where you'll find any social media platform that I have. You can follow me, as well as my link tree. You'll be able to be redirected to my Etsy shop, where I sell dream catchers and necklaces. And then also I do have a healing course called Awaken Prophecy, where I assist you understanding the concept of healing to be able to go within yourself and figure out your divine purpose on this planet. And also I do have a website with more merch that I sell, as well as the services I render, such as dream interpretations, one-on-one healing sessions, ancestral inner child healing, and past life regression. And lastly, please go follow me and my homegirl Jessica Frias on Spotify at Mystifying Reality, where we post new episodes every single Monday and talk about things that need to be talked about in today's day and age. Other than that, beautiful beings, let's get into how to stop fearing your power and how to achieve fulfillment. Now, I want to share with you guys, my backdrop is completely different because I decided on a last minute trip to come to Florida because an opportunity I've been waiting for years has pretty much fell into my lap, and I have manifested this opportunity, and I was able to be an assistant director for a short film, which I'm so proud and grateful to be a part of that project. And we just wrapped up yesterday, so my whole weekend was busy. I literally came down here just for work, and it was the most euphoric experience I ever had, being able to work with incredible actors, being able to work with incredible crew such as camera, audio, and the director herself. And it was just phenomenal. The project is called well, I can't share it because it's going to go into film festivals, but it pretty much relates to everyday life when it comes to one night stands and meeting strangers and all that. And I know we all can relate to that. So it was such an exhilarating, exciting project to be able to goof around, to be myself, and really feel like I was in an atmosphere and environment that I had been wanting to be a part of. And even yesterday, I am staying at a friend's house now. I did have an Airbnb, but I ended up having to just stay at my director's house, which is very, very grateful to be here, but very appreciative of it. But I remember last night after we wrapped, we all went out, the crew went out, we got to know each other on such an immense level. I was like, damn, where have these people been all my life? And then when the night ended, my director, hence my acting teacher, and her roommates, we all just started talking and communicating. And I started to realize how secluded I am, how much that all the things I've been through in my life, that all the trauma that I've faced in my life have made me believe that I was a burden. And when in my younger years, I was so desperate to seek attention, so desperate to be seen. And now that I'm in this state of mind now, and at the age that I am, I don't seek that anymore. So I don't intervene into conversations. I don't even try to communicate with people. Not like I'm not a friendly person. I'm actually the most friendliest person you will ever know, even though my resting bitch face may say otherwise. It's a Capricorn thing, forgive me. But I remember she came up to me, she's like, are you doing okay, babe? And I'm like, and this was the first time I allowed myself to be seen and to be vulnerable and tell her what was going on with inside me. It's like, I don't want to intervene. I know this is your home. And she's like, you're a part of us. And I started crying. And then all of a sudden they all came around and they were like, you're in a safe space. And then we just started talking about deep things most people don't want to talk about. Their shame, their guilt, their regrets, their past, their everything. And I was like, wow. And what's crazy is that before she asked me how I was doing, I told God, I'm ready for my soul tribe. And that happened. And then they were all telling me all night, your tribe will find you when you're not looking. And the reason why I'm sharing the story with you is because, you guys, I spent my last check just to come here for this opportunity. And I didn't know how I was going to get my rental because I didn't have that much money. I didn't know how I was gonna get around for this opportunity. And all of a sudden, I took the risk. And I took the risk and I came here and everything worked itself out perfectly. Perfectly. And I knew that I realized how the intuition works. And currently I'm reading the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. I highly suggest getting this book. This book is a book I have to read once a year because it teaches me how to contemplate and realize the fears that I need to overcome. And it is a conversation Napoleon Hill has with the devil, talking about why is it that we live in poverty? Why is it that we live in fear? Why is it that we have these certain beliefs when life really gets to us? So I highly suggest getting this book because I learned that the intuition is to be able to own your power and to no longer fear it. You have to trust your instincts. And here's the thing a lot of people don't understand is that the intuition is a knowing. It doesn't care about right or wrong. It's a knowing. And the reason why a lot of us don't trust in ourselves, why a lot of us fear our power, is because we don't trust our intuition. And I know a lot of you may be saying, but Britt, how do I listen to my intuition? How do I know the difference between my intuition and my ego? And here's how I'm going to share that with you. The intuition is not here to comfort you. It's here to help you grow. The way to listen to your intuition is that the intuition will make you feel comfortable and make you feel uncomfortable. It makes you do things you don't want to do. Whereas the ego wants you to live in fantasy and only do things that make you feel good. So when you need to speak up, when you need to take your power back, when you need to learn boundaries, when you need to let go of a marriage or a situationship or a relationship or a friendship or family members, the intuition is going to make you feel uncomfortable. And it's going to push you to do things that you need to overcome. Hence saying no. Hence letting someone go. Hence speaking up for yourself, sharing your ideas, being yourself, being vulnerable, taking ownership, taking accountability. The intuition will push you to do things you don't want to do because it's here to help you grow. Whereas the ego keeps you in this fantasy world and keeps you in things that make you feel good. Hence a relationship, even though you're not given the reciprocation of love that you so freely give. Or with family members where you just tolerate their bullshit and let them belittle you. Or when you have friendships where they don't cheer on your success. If anything, they just judge it, you know? Ego makes you stay in places that make you feel small. The intuition makes you make actions towards your growth, regardless if it does not feel good. Do you get my point, you guys? So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because how to stop fearing your power requires you to trust in yourself. For me, I didn't know how I was going to trust myself when it came to having the money for this trip. And I had to really face a lot of limiting beliefs when it came to money. A lot of limiting beliefs to like putting myself out there and really expressing my feelings. You know, I didn't know how I was going to do it. But I trust in an internal guidance that I could not see with my physical eyes, but I felt it. And I realized if I'm going to want more in my life, if I'm going to want to manifest the life that I want, I have to have the capability of not fearing my power when I call it back to me. And that's what I want to share with you guys. You can't fear your power when you call it back to you. Majority of people don't achieve internal and external fulfillment is because they fear success. They fear being powerful. They fear being themselves. When you fear who you are, you neglect who you are and your purpose. But when you choose to face the fears within yourself, hence that internal enemy, even though people want to blame the devil outside of them, when I'm a huge believer that the devil actually is us, our own enemy. And we could face that enemy, then we have the ability to no longer let anything outside of us dismantle us. And we also have the ability to see ourselves to the point how we dismantle ourselves and transform that into what serves you rather than what does not serve you. So the way to stop fearing your power is learning how to listen to what makes you feel uncomfortable and doing it anyways. And to achieve fulfillment is by having the ability to love yourself, to realize how much you have grown, to make yourself proud, to act on those commitments that you have for you, and to realize that what your heart yearns for, you are deserving of them. That's why your heart feels it. You guys, I used to fear my power. I used to fear my success because I thought I would abuse it, because I thought I would get lost. But now that I'm embracing it and I had this opportunity fall into my lap, and I let a lot of things go, a lot of addictions, substance abuse, people, habits, way of thinking. Doing the inner work has led me to start believing, not just in miracles, but believing that I can receive what I've been asking for with grace and having the wisdom to maintain it for the long haul. It does take dedication and time to maneuver yourself and regulate your nervous system and to reprogram your mind to get to that place of believing in yourself. But I'm telling you, there is nothing more fulfilling than to see yourself grow and to start having internal faith and that internal knowing that everything that you desire, hence the power to have control over your life, is being achieved and is happening right now. There's nothing more fulfilling than that. So I share all this with you guys to help you recognize that no amount of money is going to make you happy. No amount of stability is going to make you feel safe. No amount of validation or attention is gonna make you feel loved. The only way you're gonna stop fearing your power is by facing that fear about your power, facing that unworthiness that you have towards love, facing that addiction to needing recognition. The only way you can stop fearing your power is by stop fearing the enemy that you have created and keep running away from within yourself. And that's how you find fulfillment. We're not here, yes, we're here to experience luxury, the beauties, the things the heart wants. But the truest goal is to have pure fulfillment within. Because when you have fulfillment within, not to the point where you feel worthy, but to the point that you don't need anything, you don't want anything, you feel secure, you feel taken care of, you feel safe, you feel protected. When you feel that internally, you're no longer looking at the outside, you're no longer looking at the outer world as what you need or your worth on the outside world. Instead, you're finding that within, to the point that you're not trying to control reality and to be something. Instead, you're allowing the outer reality to mold into your internal reality. And that's how fulfillment is achieved. When your reality exists within and you don't need it on the outside, and then you allow the outside reality to mold into what you feel on the inside. I hope that makes sense. I hope it does. But other than that, beautiful beings, that's what I want to share with you today, is how to stop fearing your power and to finally achieve internal fulfillment. To the point that anything that happens outside of you, you never take it personally. You don't let it dismantle you. You let it position you to grow emotional intelligence, mental intelligence, physical intelligence, and spiritual intelligence. And when you get to that place, you'll realize the reason why you feared your power is because you were taught to fear it. And when you finally realize that you no longer have to be like this world, that you can create your own world, then you'll realize that it is a gift to be a part of this experience here on earth, and as the soul and the body that you are. And I really hope that this video inspires you and activates you to realize the preciousness within you and the preciousness of life, to the point you learn to enjoy it. Not because you're happy, because you have everything in life, but because you're happy, because you see the good in everything of life. Other than that, beautiful beings, I'm gonna let you go here. I really hope this served you in the best way possible. And if you feel like it did, and if you feel called to share with other people, please do so, because we're meant to find our power and know it. Hence why we exist. Other than that, all my services that you guys feel you may need will be down in the description box below. Just go to my link tree and be redirected to wherever you need to go. Till then, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification. And until then, you guys, please have a blissful day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next one. Only love.